I decided to try out Orcust and I love it. Before we get to my build, we could go on to the tier list on Master Duel Meta and see that Mitsurugi Orcust recently got tier 3. Boom. And this is how I would recommend for you to build your deck. You could even scroll down for any of these deck lists. This is a rating deck list even that you could copy. Now I'm playing my deck a little bit different. I'm trying to experiment with pre-preparation. Now what I love about this deck so much is all about the field spell. Orchestrated Babble allows you to activate any of your spell speed 1 effects during the opponent's turn, which allows you with the link 4 to take control of a monster without targeting it. You could also send a card from the field to the grave without targeting. And whatever you take control of, you could use Masquerena to link it off into an Apollo USA. And then with your Apollo, you could further boost it up with your Orcust Nightmare, giving it an additional 800 attack, thus another negate. You can quick effect reborn your Galatea link 1, search your deck for a World Legacy, and then send from the deck to the grave a World Wand, which will trigger to then special summon the World Legacy to then negate an extra deck monster on the field. You could Harp Horror, special summon any monster you want from the deck, which could be a Gursu, which you could then send a Symbol. Symbol can then reborn from your graveyard a Dingursu, which could then non-target send a card on the field. And all that backed up with the Orcust Crescendo counter trap, which will negate and banish anything. And of course, as you can see, we are pairing this all up with Mitsurugi. And a huge note is the Nightmare Mermaid. Banned in the TCG, banned in the OCG, only in Master Duel we have this ability to turn any 2 bodies into a Nightmare Phoenix, which we then go into the Nightmare Mermaid, which will special summon from the deck Orcust Nightmare, which could fully pop off from there. Now let's hop into the gameplay where I was learning this deck, and you can let me know in the comments any other deck you would like for me to cover next. Let's go. We have our prayers and Harp Horror play. Let's start off with the Harp Horror way. Harp Horror into our Galatea link 1, and we will with the link 1. Let's see if he wants to negate it. Hold on to the Max C. Could play through Disruption with the prayers also. Let's grab from the deck our Babble. With the Babble, it's going to give us a ton of disruption during the opponent's turn. Droll and Lockbird. Let's finger it. And we could also chain prayers to search in response to a Droll if needed. Oh, another Droll. Magnum Hut. Banishing away the Harp Horror. Do we want to draw a card off of this? I don't think so. We will want to instead. Let's see if he has another hand trap before I decide if I want to use Max C. His field lights up. It goes directly to us. That means he has absolutely nothing. No Imperm, no other Bestial. When it very quickly goes back to you, not even another Droll and Lockbird, not a Max C. So I could choose to just be fine with this. Very good. Let's add a Mitsurugi. Let's grab the Habakiri. Also no Ash, if I didn't already say that. No Ash at all. Absolutely nothing. All right, let's pop off. Get your search. And let's now summon from the deck, fully undisrupted. He may have a Nibiru, though. That could be the other play. Let's grab our Ritual way. Ritual. Let's summon from the deck our Haba. And we will be... I'll just wipe away his field. Even though it protects from an impermanence, I pretty much legally cheated him to see he does not have an impermanence. We'll further search, wipe the field, and then we are going to, on our search, we're going to grab a prayers, or Mitsurugi Mirror, that is, since you already used the prayers. Otherwise, you would grab the prayers. Now let's mirror. I'm trying to think what I want to be discarding, though. What do I want to discard? I'm going to be searching for a prayers. I am actually going to be discarding the Maxi. Yes, sirree. Let's trigger the Habakiri, come forth back. Let's add the prayers to not discard it. We're gonna hold on to the Babble, hold on to the prayers. Let's reborn back our Marakumo, and let's now link off into our plan B. Only legal in Master Duel, by the way. Completely banned elsewhere. Nightmare Phoenix into our Mermaid. The Harp Horror is banished. That is definitely something. Let's activate this on Link Summon, discard the Max C, come to me, Nightmare. And with the Nightmare, we can now use the Galatea to return the Harp Horror back in the deck and then send it from the deck to the grave. It works out perfectly. Let's get the Babble up. Galatea, return you back. Do not chain the Nightmare. We do want to set the trap. And now, let's keep on going. Nightmare will boost up temporarily the Marakumo. We're going to now be sending to the graveyard Harp Horror, and then we're going to be summoning our Gursu. Gursu is then going to be sending from the deck. I am going to be sending from the deck a Symbol or the World Legacy. World Legacy can reborn back a banished. Let's send that. Let's go into our Dingursu, ding it up, and let's attach. We are going to be attaching the Harp Horror. Yeah, let's get the Harp Horror back in the graveyard. Now, what I want to be doing is I'm going to be making a Dark. Dark is going to be stealing the Magnum Hut. Yes, and with the Magnum Hut, we'll be making a Masquerina with it likely. I don't think we have a Dragon to search. We do. Or, no, we don't. We could still act. What's our dragon? Dragon? Dragon. You what, mate? Okay, let's link 1, banish the Galatea, come forth, and let's now use the wand to reborn back the Galatea. Perfect. Let's link 4 with 2 bodies, and Lingursu. And Lingursu is going to be returning back to our hand the Orcust Nightmare, and then we're going to be going into a Masquerina. I could Little Knight with the Magnum Hut and Galatea, leave up the Murakumo, but I'm going to do a Masquerina instead. Masquerina is the way, and this is a pretty good play. If I do say so myself, I could link off the Galatea, then reborn it back onto the field if needed. There's nothing to be added. Yup, Magnum Hut. He'll have a Bestial in hand, which will be interesting, actually. Or a Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. What the? Okay, we got plays for days. Wand. We'll return Wand back in the deck. Imperm onto me. Is it a cost to return back target? It is an effect to return back. If I let him get negated, I could reborn back, but then I'm not reborning back the Dingursu. If I allow him to get negated, or I could just crescendo negate so I could take control of one of his monsters. We want to keep this fun. I don't think this is a good crescendo. I would rather chain to return back, but let's crescendo because I want to steal a monster. Stealing monsters is cool. I want to get yoinking. Yeah, big yoink, big yoink. We yoinking. If he has a good board breaker, then this will be a more interesting duel. Okay, I guess we're going to be getting rid of his play. Yeah, okay. All right. Lordy load, it's up. Now, we could Masquerina, then chain, then yoink, and then make a rank 4. Link 4, that is. Let's steal. Very good. Return back. I'll activate this before we lose it. We'll return the World Wand back into the deck. We could use the Nightmare onto the Apollo to give it another negate. Let's add the World's Crown. Come back to me. Return back the wand. Yoink it. And on the yoink, let's now complete our full Link 4. Super boost it up 3,200. We actually can make it 4,000. And I'm going to do that before he does anything because he'll surrender before I get to make a cool play. Let's make sure I get to make that cool play. Boost. And we'll trigger the World Wand. We'll summon the World's Crown. Crown onto the field here, which will now negate a special summon. And let's go. Activate the load. 4,000 attack Apollo. Let's banish the Link 4. Send the Lordy load to the graveyard. Please don't surrender. I can still summon Murakumo. I still got more plays. Send it. No search for you. We still have Dingursu. We have Murakumo field wipe. I have a feeling he's done. He's done. Murakumo reborn, summon Gursu, send symbol, reborn Dingursu. We don't have 4 negates on Apollo, we have 5. 5 negates on Apollo, force them to discard entire field wipe, negate a special summon. Lots of fun to be had with Orcust. What are we looking at here? Chaos Angel. Unaffected by activated monster effects. He's got Masquerina. Let's start this off with the preparation of rites. Prep it up. Eat the Ash. Is the final card in hand in Ash? I didn't check if he searched it. Chaining Wanted Seeker. That is fine for us. Masquerina into whatever he summons will be indestructible. And then we can make plays beyond that. He is destroyable by battle. So we could go into an Access Code Talker to wipe out the Chaos Angel. And that may be our play. Let's grab our Murakumo. And now if he wants to Ash the Ritual, it will not be Ashable. Let's Habakiri. Anything to that if you're holding on to the Ash. All right. Saji. And now we're going to be able to grab from the deck a Prayers. Got the Ritual. Got everything we need. Absolutely perfect. We could dodge a potential Veiler now. And let's whip it out. Murakumo from the hand. Using the Habakiri from the deck. Masquerina it up. If he wants to Little Knight banish the Murakumo, we'll dodge the Prayers. If he wants to summon an Apollo, we will dodge the negates. Easy, mate, but nothing on his field could even be destroyed, so it doesn't even matter. We're going to special summon the Murakumo. He'll target, we'll chain. Otherwise, if I just summon Habakiri and then tribute Habakiri, I could then follow up. Let's just go into Murakumo and then force out his play. It's not going to be doing anything. We'll just chain the Prayers, and we'll go from there. All right, active chain link block the search. There's nothing to field wipe, though, so is it even... What are we even chain link blocking? broken. If he has something to negate this, then we actually want him to use it. So that's fine. Cannot be destroyed. Cannot be destroyed. We'll chain prayers and let's dodge it. Tribute off. Reborn back the Saji. And then we just have to deal with the Little Knight banishing beyond that. What can he banish that we care about? I think we just have to battle into it. We got to make our plays main phase 2 because of that Little Knight. And then the Chaos Angel's just chilling. Let's do both effects. Grab the Habakiri. Murakumo will be searching for another prayers. Let's summon our Saji out. And then Murakumo battle. Let's add Murakumo, it's out. The Habakiri would reduce the Chaos Angel, where we would then be big enough to just simply swing over. Summon to the field. Do I let him banish a Little Knight? I let him banish a Little Knight, and then we follow up with Mirror. Let's just simply battle. Keep it clean, wipe out the disruption, and then the Chaos Angel by itself is nothing to worry about. We can use the Mirror as follow-up if we want to just summon the Habakiri back in the field. So let's just straight up make our plays. If we want to instead summon a Dark could steal a monster from the graveyard. That could be quite beneficial. Let's do that instead. Dark from the deck, from the graveyard that is. Little Knight on summon. We're not going to get the effect, obviously. I'll just take a free Masquerena. That's fine by me. And now we will mirror out the Murakumo back onto the field. Doesn't actually matter what we summon. Tribute off, and let's make our plays. And then let's speed this up. We already have the Crescendo. Then we do not care. Let's use these two. I could have normal summoned Dash if I wanted to. Let's now turn this into our Mermaid. Mermaid, discard the Habakiri. We don't have to use the Link 1, but we will still summon the Link 1. Link 1, but no activation. We don't need to grab the field spell early. We'll have regular Galatea. Link 2, grab the field spell with a banish card. Works out. Let's now use the Nightmare, the boost of the Galatea. Send from the deck, Harp Horror, summon a Gursu. Do we want to do this early in case he's got something? He's got nothing. Harp Horror into the Gursu. Gursu send from the deck. We'll get the wand. Okay, we're gonna return the wand back, ideally. Harp Horror back on the field. We could rank for Xyz if we wanted to, but we do not. Let's Galatea. Return back the wand. Set the field spell. We have Crescendo, and let's now go into Dingursu. Suck up the attached card. Yes. On summon, attach it, and let's finish this up. Long Gursu, and with the long, we're going to then turn it into the Enling Gursu. We're going to be adding back to the hand. I guess the Gursu will add back. We don't want to... I guess the World Legacy Crown could be quite interesting. Grab the crown, discard the prayers, then we could go into another body. Sure. Grab the crown. Let's now Link 4. Where's the Link 4 pointing to? It is pointing to the bottom left. So this is okay. Special the crown. Add back the Gursu. Then return back... No, we're not returning back. We can't take control of the Chaos Angel. It's normal this, and then we will have a Little Knight, just not banishing on summon. The Crown will be able to access again later on their turn. We can add it back with the Link 1. Beautiful fields. Holy moly. Now, the unaffected Chaos Angel is a bit annoying. We reduced it by 800. That's not going to be that important, I guess. The idea of we'll eat up the battle phase at least. Wanted Seeker, return back, draw 1. That is not a concern. Synchro's unaffected by activated. That is something. Crescendo cannot negate the Senjin on fields, but the Ash can. Let's Ash it. I think so. Negate with the Ash. Now, Masquerena, we could make 4,000 attack. If we want to do that at the end of the main phase, potentially. Ideally, I could steal one of his monsters first before I do that, though. That would be the goal. Send a summon Diablo Star. Okay, we're gonna have something to steal now. As if I don't Crescendo, though. I kind of want to Crescendo because he could battle over... He's not even activating. Okay, if you want to go to battle, then we're going to make some plays. End of main phase. All right, so we have to be very careful with this. We're going to Harp Horror on Chain Link 1, which locks us out of summoning the Apollo. And then we're going to summon Apollo on Chain Link 2. And then we want the Apollo to be made with the Diablo Star, so we're going to steal the Diablo Star. Let's return back the Harpoor. And the Galatea is going to be used to keep the Crescendo online in main phase 2. So we're going to use the Enlin Gursu, and that's the play. And if he swings into Apollo, he dies to the Orcust Nightmare. Holy moly, he's going to fall for it. No way. That is the play. Let's freaking go. Harpoor, return back, steal Diablo Star. Let's make the Apollo. It's going to be a 1, 2, a 3, and a 4. Oh, this is going to be so beautiful. He doesn't get a replay. He is actually going to fall for it. I cannot believe it. Summon from the deck a Gursu, I guess. We don't care. Just put it in D. Don't swing into it. Please swing into the Apollo. I need you to do that. That would be so amazing. We'll get the symbol. Harpoor we already used. Symbol is fine. Okay, let's go. Is he actually going to do it? We'll go to 4,000 attack. Please. Please. He's probably thinking, oh, if I attack, he reborns the Habakiri, I get reduced. No, no, no. Do you think he knows? There's no way he knows. Nightmare's going to boost up Apollo. He's actually doing it. Oh my Jesus. Please. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my Jesus. Ain't no way. Banish this target, and then the target monster gains. Let's freaking go. Damage, step, mate. Oh my Jesus. Let's freaking go. Boost? What the? Chaos Angel be gone. Damn. And we have 5 Apollo negates. That is great. Yes. We have our Gursu and Habakiri play. Let's start off with the Habakiri to eat a hand trap, ideally. No Ash. No Max C. We're going to be checking for Droll. Come to me. Ritual. No Droll. Nothing. Now let's do the Imperm check. Gursu. Activate Imperm. No Veiler. No Imperm. Absolutely nothing. Okay. Let's summon a token. This would then further block an impermanence if they're holding on to it, which they definitely are not. Let's now link 1. We'll discard the Habakiri. Grab our field spell. Whoa. Okay. Nibiru. Interesting. Now we could impulse the Nibiru. Negate Nibiru, not even a problem, mate. Because of the token. That is nuts. Let's babble. Whoop. Okay, that's going to be a negate. I don't think so. Mate. And this will be the surrender, very likely. Will he scoop? Let's see how far we could go without him scooping. Let's now keep on playing very quickly. Harpoor, summon for the deck, Nightmare. He is still in it. That is insane. All right, well, let's keep on playing. Galatea, keep the Gursu up. You could rank 4 Xyz with it into the Imps if we needed to, while we don't need to, but just going through the muscle memory. Okay, there you go. Negate Nibiru with Orcust. This is unfortunate. Habakiri is dead, unless we return the Saji back in the deck, which we could return back with the Link 4, and that's exactly what we will do. Let's get to it. Let's do it. Gursu, send from the deck the Harpoor, and let's now summon a token onto each side. This will be interesting as we now link 1. We don't have to discard a card since we already have the Babel. Let's Harpoor, summon from the deck our Orcust Nightmare. Orcust and Galatea is going to be our link 2. Galatea ideally is the card you are able to reborn back because it is a link 2. It being a link 2 is allowing you to then make a better play. So I'm going to Orcust Nightmare. Let's boost up. World Wand, we would want to banish the Galatea with the Link 1. So if we get this, okay, let's think about this. Symbol could just reborn it. Let's get the World Wand. All right, let's now use the effect. Let's return back into the deck the Orcust Nightmare. Set a card, Crescendo, and let's now go into the Ding. Attach back the Banish Harpoor. Come to me. And we do have the option with the Galatea Link 1 to grab a World's Crown if we want to. Let's now go into a Dark, and then we'll go into Link 4. And then we'll return back the Saji, and then we're going to pop off from there. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let's wand it. Wand. Galatea. Back onto the field. We'll have this up and ready if we need to do any quick effects potentially. Let's go into the Link 4. 2 body Link 4, skipping the Long Gursu. And then the Enlin Gursu is going to fix our Saji problem. let's return it back. You got a Garnet? Well, not anymore. Garnet back in the deck. Give me that token. Now let's now summon this Aji. It works out. We fixed our freaking hand. Ain't no way. Activate. Mate, come to me. Mitsurugi Ritual. Let's ritual out the Murakumo on the deck. Tribute off. We'll grab the Mirror. Mirror Reborn back. We'll grab it Prayers. All right. We got the ideal. Mirror it up as we summon. Tribute. I should not have put the token to where the link arrow is if I wanted to Galatea, but I could still trigger the effect actually. So this is quite interesting. Discarding World Wand to search for the world's crown will just summon it onto the field. And we could just do exactly that. We'll get to keep the Murakumo onto the field. Let's discard. Come to me crown. Special summon the crown. And then we want to, I think, Little Knight actually. Little Knight Masquerina. Little Knight, the token freaking messes that up though actually. We'll just have Masquerina. Yeah, the token was not good there. But this is still very good. Just remember that. All right, absolute perfection, near perfection if you wanted a Little Knight extra. Get to keep the crown on the field though. All right, holy moly, what a field. And we don't have the Murakumo engraved, so we're ready to force them to discard right away. Lightning Storm. You what, mate? That's an easy crescendo. Big no-no. Negate. Now, if he were to Lightning Storm again, we could go into a super fat Apollo, and it's barely an issue. Not even a problem. We did negate the activation. This can only be activated once, thus you could activate another copy. Perfectly fine. What now? What now? End of the main phase. There's no way you're going to evenly match me. No freaking way. If he does evenly, then I want to have what exactly? I guess we could chain Prayers onto the Murakumo to then reborn it, and then we'll keep the Apollo on field, right? I think that's the play. So let's Apollo right now. Let's do a super fat Apollo, everything. We'll keep the Murakumo so that we can use Prayers onto it and then have a Murakumo and Apollo on the field. And you could be thinking, oh my Jesus, you just got baited. Baited into what? We have 20 disruptions. He has to discard. We can still wipe the field. We can negate 5 times the Apollo, not 4. We could boost it up. We can Enlin Gursu, send a card from the field to the grave. We could reborn the Ding Gursu, send another card from the field to the grave. We have near infinite plays. And now we have a really good play around the Evenly. All right, please, Evenly. Please do it. Show me the Evenly, mate. Wow. Actually has the Evenly. So we do want to force him to discard because I don't want to lose my Babel for free. At least that will happen. We will now Prayers, Tributes, and you may be thinking, oh no, you have the special summon. You actually do not. Do I want to send a card from the field to the grave? I could send the Babel to the graveyard with the Enlin Gursu. It's like, do we really care to do that? Yeah, I do. I actually do. Let's keep the Babel for next turn if he somehow does not lose this duel. All right, let's go. Let's send the Babel so it's not banished. Prayers will not do both effects. We're just gonna do the add. That's it. Just add. Add the Habakiri. Force him to discard. I guess you could theoretically say I could have summoned a Gursu to send the... No, I guess... Okay, so we're going to banish now. So what we could have done is, if we wanted to, we could have Harpoured. Let's also Chainlink block the Ash. And I guess we're kind of pretty much all on Apollo here. Yeah, 4 negates an Apollo. Let's grab that. No field wipe, unfortunately. We could have gained 1 more disruption if we, on the Apollo, gave it the Nightmare. So we'd have to summon a Gursu before the end of the battle phase resolves. This is fine. And then we would send the Nightmare, and then when he evenlies, we boost up the Apollo to a 4th negate. Looks like he's going to maybe just take control of the Apollo, though. And you may be wondering what happened to my 20 negates. I had 20 negates if we kept up the Babel with them not having an evenly. So the point was that they were to have tricked me by not having an evenly. And then, of course, they have evenly. That is good for them. All right, let's do your best, mate. What do you got? We do have follow-up, and we have better follow-up because I did not waste my Harp Horror. We could banish Harp Horror on our turn. We can play the Babel right away during the main phase, as long as it was not sent to the grave that turn, which it was not. We'll have the Babel for quick effects. So we did this. All right, let's freaking go. The Apollo's too big to negate, mate. Ain't no way. Oh, he's scooping. Yeah, there is no way that he could win this. We had so much follow-up, even so much disruption with the fat Apollo through the freaking evenly. Beautiful. Love it. Prep it up. Prep is super sacky. If we have a mirror in our opening hand, unfortunately, is not activatable. We can return it back on the deck with the Enlin Gursu, though, which is definitely quite funny. Let's now Habakiri, come forward Saji. We got the protection of the crossouts for any fishy business. Let's Saji trigger, come to me, ritual. And with the ritual, we will pull from the deck tributes using the hand, send the Habakiri. I should say send the Murakumo or the Habakiri. And now let's use the Murakumo. We're gonna add from the deck a prayers. We'll grab another prayers. Let's mirror, reborn the Murakumo. Let's go. Sure. And I think I want to go mermaid here. Let's mermaid, discard the Harpour, keep up our normal summon. Could argue the mermaid is better after disaster strikes. Let's do that. Let's go Phoenix, mermaid. We also have a prayers if we need a discard. Need to though. We're not going to. Surely. All right, we got it. Mermaid, Harpour, some from the deck, and from here we are popping off. We can hold on to the Harpour. We don't have to do anything crazy. Let's go into the Link 1. Link 1, discard prayers. Maybe I should end up doing that. We could do it later though. We could just do it now. We'll get rid of the prayers. I guess we should have grabbed another Habakiri instead. That would have been more ideal. You could even sometimes hold on to the Galatea effect because you would prefer to instead, if you wanted to play through more disruption by searching for a world crown by reborning it back on the field. Let's Harpour, summon from the deck our Gursu, and with the Gursu and the wand, we could send 2 cards from the deck to the grave. So one will be, we'll send the wand and then the symbol with the other one. Banish the Nightmare. We do have the quick effect of Galatea if we play the Babel, so we do want to do that. Let's get the Babel up. I'm just always fearful of my opponents surrendering early, so I'm trying to speed this up a bit, but of course we still want to be optimally making these plays. We want to return the World Wand back into the deck. Our poor, let's now set the wand, return the wand back. Set a card, of course, crescendo it up, and with that we're now going to be going into the ding it up. This will be our imps if we need to search for a Habakiri, which we obviously do not. Grab the Nightmare, nothing in their graveyard. We want to get the Galatea engraved to reborn it back with the symbol, so I'm going to do so with my dark. Let's get the horror back engraved with Galatea engraved. We're now going to reborn her back with the symbol back, Galatea into our link 4. Do we want to, we're going to be making a little knight anyway, so that's okay. Let's go right into it. Two, we haven't even used up our normal summon yet. We're going to add back the symbol add back, normal summon, and then we have the Galatea. I guess we're just going to make a Masquerina reborn Galatea, so no Little Knight. If I would have held on to the prayers instead of the cross-out designate, we could have had Little Knight instead. So it was essentially Little Knight or cross-out designate. So we're going to prayers reborn and then linked, and then have, yeah, we'd have a Little Knight plus a Masquerina, but this is fine. This works out perfectly fine. Very nice. And maybe the cross-out's going to be good. Stopping a call by the grave is always nasty. Real good. Let's do it. Holy disruption. Even the protection of a cross-out freaking designate. Maybe he would even want to top deck a Maxi we could negate on our own turn without having to use something else. Fua, loss. I don't think I'm even playing Fua. Let's see. I don't have Fua in my deck, and we are going to only the Harpour will summon for the deck, the Masquerina. We have so much disruption that I should just negate. Like, why not? I'm very likely not going to get through all my disruption. We're guaranteed winning this. So my goal is we're going to respond to every single play. Every single play you make, we respond. That's a mirror. I am going to negate and banish the mirror. Makes sense? We could have crossed out the mirror if we have a mirror in our deck, but the mirror is still in our grave. What do I have in the deck? We have prayers. We can negate prayers. We want to then chain prayers, but then we'll lose out on the wipe. Habakiri. How about we negate Habakiri with the cross-out designate? We have, how many Habakiri still in the deck? We have 1, 2 in the deck still. Perfect. He's gonna scoop to this. Oh my Jesus, I am so sorry. Negate the Habakiri mate. Oh gosh. There you go. Cross out, obviously better than an extra little knight, even because of the mirror match. Everyone's playing Mitsurugi. I am freaking loving it. Let's go.